know that feeling when you're really ready for things to get better, looking
Mhm.
for that change, but, well, it feels like you're just spinning your
Oh,
wheels.
yeah. We've definitely all been there.
And that's really what these deep dives are for trying to cut through all the noise and get to, what might actually help.
Hmm.
So today we're looking at a source quite a few of you flagged. It's a YouTube video from the Level Up Daily channel.
Ah, yes, I know the one.
It's called 5 Habits That Changed My Life in 1 Week, Jim Rohn Motivation.
Right. And what's really interesting about this one, I think, is that core idea that you can actually see meaningful positive change happen pretty quickly, like surprisingly quickly.
Exactly. If you focus on the right daily actions.
Hmm. So our goal today really is to unpack these 5 habits, understand the principles behind why they might work so fast.
And see how you could maybe weave them into your own life. Get some tangible results, hopefully.
Exactly. We're hunting for those practical, easy to start strategies that could genuinely shift things, starting now.
Okay, so the video kicks things off with habit number 1, starting the day with purpose. And it's like way more than just waking up, right? Not hitting snooze.
Oh, absolutely. The video really emphasizes how those first moments, they kind of set the tone for the whole day.
Mm.
It's about consciously directing your energy from the get-go instead of just, getting immediately sucked into emails or whatever demands pop up.
Right, reactive versus proactive.
Precisely. And the video suggests this interesting mix of things for that purposeful start.
Yeah, I saw that. It includes gratitude, just taking a moment to appreciate things, which, well, that starts the day positively right there.
Definitely. A mindset shift.
Then hydration and movement, really simple physical stuff to fuel your body and mind.
Basic but powerful.
Then a moment of reflection, just to center yourself. And then this felt key, writing down your top 3 goals for the day.
Yes. That gives you such immediate clarity and, direction.
It's a very intentional sequence, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, they all sort of reinforce each other. Gratitude might boost your motivation for movement. Hydration helps with the clarity for reflection and setting goals. And actually writing down those top priorities,
Mm.
it just makes it so much more likely you'll actually tackle them.
It's like creating this powerful, focused launch pad for your day.
That's a great way to put it, a launch pad.
It's like setting your internal GPS before you even glance at your phone. The video really pushes back against immediately diving into the digital world, doesn't it? Emails, social media.
It does. Starting with purpose creates this kind of protective bubble around your priorities, not someone else's.
Makes sense. It's about being proactive with your attention, not just reacting all the time.
Exactly. You consciously choose where your energy goes first. You're less likely to get pulled off track by all the urgent but not important stuff that just floods in otherwise.
Yeah, it really makes you think, how often does it feel like your day's already been hijacked before you've even finished your first coffee?
It's a good question to ask yourself.
Definitely. Okay, so habit number 2. Mastering the art of focus. Wow, this feels so crucial today with everything constantly buzzing.
Oh, absolutely critical.
Yeah.
And the video presents focus as, well, more than just shutting out distractions. It's about actively deciding where your attention should be.
So intentionality again.
Yes. A core idea is identifying your most important task, your MIT for the day. That one thing that, if you get it done, will make the biggest difference.
Right. That becomes the main target.
That's your focal point.
And then it talks about managing distractions deliberately, like scheduling specific times to check email or messages.
Exactly. Instead of being constantly interrupted. That sounds, well, freeing, actually, for productivity.
Totally.
It's a proactive way to sort of reclaim your attention. You allocate specific windows for those things rather than letting notifications rule your time.
Yeah.
This protects those bigger blocks you need for deep work.
And the concept of single tasking in blocks is mentioned too.
Yes, that's key. Dedicating your full attention to one thing for a set period. The video suggests even 30 to 60 minutes of truly focused work can yield really significant results. It doesn't have to be hours on end.
And our surroundings play a part too, right? Optimizing your environment.
Definitely. It touches on that. A cluttered desk, a messy space, often reflects a kind of scattered mind, doesn't it?
Guilty as charged sometimes.
Ah. Well, the idea is your physical environment impacts your mental state. So a clean, organized workspace minimizes that visual noise and helps you focus.
Makes sense.
But what's interesting is the video actually broadens focus beyond just work tasks. It talks about being fully present in your personal life, too.
Oh, how?
Like truly engaging with family or friends, savoring experiences without, your mind drifting off to your to-do list or your phone. Being there.
That's a really important point. Focus isn't just for productivity hacks. It's about the quality of your life experience, too.
Precisely. Intentionality across the board.
Okay. Habit number 3, learning every single day. This really connects with that idea of continuous growth, doesn't it?
It does. The video positions daily learning as, well, fundamental for evolving as a person, expanding your world.
Mm.
And it's not just formal education, obviously.
Right.
It's about having this mindset of ongoing curiosity, wanting to improve yourself. The key is making it consistent, even if it's just for a little bit each day.
Like reading a few pages, maybe listening to a podcast.
Shameless plug. Yes.
Or exploring a new idea online. The video points out how these small, consistent efforts really compound over time, big knowledge gains from small, daily inputs.
Exactly. Like making regular deposits in your knowledge bank. It reframes learning, not as a chore, but as an investment in your future self.
I like that framing. Investment.
But crucially, the video also stresses that learning isn't passive. You can't just consume information. It requires application.
Right. Information without action doesn't really change much.
It stays theoretical. So it's about asking yourself, okay, how can I use this? Finding ways to actually put new knowledge into practice.
And it also mentions learning from others, being open to different views.
Absolutely. Every conversation, every interaction is potentially a learning opportunity if you approach it with that curiosity, that willingness to listen.
Mm.
And the video also touches on the importance of a growth mindset. That belief that you can develop your abilities,
Yeah.
that intelligence isn't fixed.
Yeah, that's huge. Seeing mistakes as learning opportunities, not failures.
Exactly. Someone with that mindset sees a setback and thinks, okay, what can I learn here? Rather than, oh, I'm just not good at this.
And reflection plays a role here, too.
Yes, taking a few moments to actually think about what you learned helps solidify it, deepens understanding, and helps you figure out how to apply it later.
So it's this cycle. Absorb, engage, connect, apply, reflect. Makes sense.
Okay.
Habit 4 is a big one. Take action, not just plan. This speaks right to that feeling of being stuck, that inertia.
Oh, this is such a critical distinction. Planning is good, it gives direction, but the video really hammers home that it's action that actually moves you forward. Action turns intentions into reality.
Yeah.
It tackles that common trap, getting stuck in planning, researching, perfecting,
Yeah.
but never actually starting. The core message is, just begin. Even with small steps, imperfect steps.
That really resonates. How often do we wait for the perfect plan before taking step 1? The video suggests breaking big goals down into smaller, manageable tasks.
Yes, make them less daunting. It's a classic strategy for beating procrastination. Focus on bite-sized actions you can do. That builds
It
momentum.
reduces that overwhelm.
Totally. And the video calls out perfectionism directly as a major blocker. It encourages you to start, even if you don't feel 100% ready.
That phrase, done is better than perfect, simple but so true sometimes.
It really is. And the video points out something else important. Action itself creates momentum. The first step is often the hardest, but each subsequent step gets a little easier.
Like pushing a heavy ball, starts slow, then rolls.
Exactly. And it also mentions facing fears through action. That avoiding fear just makes it bigger, whereas taking action, even scared, often diminishes the fear itself.
Interesting.
And what's key here is that action gives you feedback. It gives you clarity. You often don't know the absolute best path until you start moving.
Right, you learn by doing.
You gain insights, see what works, what doesn't, and you adjust. That cycle act, learn, refine, is way more effective than just endless thinking.
And consistency ties in here too.
Oh yeah. Small, regular actions add up massively over time. It's not about giant leaps necessarily.
And finally, taking action builds that self-belief, right? Every time you do what you set out to do, even something small.
You strengthen your confidence.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That feeling of accomplishment, however minor, is a powerful motivator.
Okay, that brings us to the 5th and final habit, ending the day reflecting. This kind of brings things full circle, connecting the end of one day to the start of the next.
It does. The video really emphasizes how you finish your day, influences your mindset for the next one. It encourages taking just a few moments for conscious reflection, not just, crashing into bed.
Mm-hmm.
The focus is on reviewing accomplishments, identifying areas for improvement maybe, and practicing gratitude again.
So actively processing the day, not just letting it blur past. The video mentions asking specific questions like, what went well? What maybe didn't go to plan? What can I learn?
Exactly. And this isn't about beating yourself up over mistakes. It's about extracting useful lessons and acknowledging your progress, even small wins.
Yeah, celebrating the small wins.
The video brings back gratitude here, too.
Mm.
Ending the day by focusing on what you appreciate, what you achieved. That can really boost your overall well-being, create a more positive state before sleep.
And presumably, it's also about intentionally letting go of the day's stresses, creating some calm.
Yes, consciously releasing frustrations or worries,
Mm.
not carrying them over. The video makes this compelling point that reflection shifts you from being just a passive observer of your life.
To an active participant, making conscious choices about your growth.
Precisely. This daily reflection cultivates that sense of control, of intentionality. You're consciously guiding your path, not just getting swept along.
It does require some honesty with yourself, though.
It does. And a willingness to learn from both the good and the bad. But the video suggests that's where the really profound personal growth happens. By reflecting regularly, you're constantly fine-tuning your approach, making sure you're moving in the direction you actually want to go.
Okay, let's try and wrap this up. We've gone through these 5 habits from that Level Up Daily video pretty thoroughly, starting with purpose, mastering focus, learning daily, taking action, and ending with reflection.
Yeah, and what really stands out, I think, is how interconnected they all feel.
Definitely. And how the video presents them as, well, pretty straightforward, simple even, but potentially really powerful when combined.
Yeah, the cumulative effect. And what's really striking is that emphasis on relatively rapid impact. The title itself says, Change My Life in 1 week.
Right. It suggests that consistent effort on these seemingly simple things can lead to noticeable shifts quite quickly in mindset, productivity, just your general sense of direction.
It's not about these huge disruptive changes overnight. It's the compound interest of focused daily habits.
Exactly. These aren't portrayed as some kind of, super complex revolutionary ideas. They're framed as accessible habits, sustainable things.
Things you could actually do.
Right. Things that, if you stick with them, could generate real positive momentum. So maybe for you listening, think about which of these 5 habits kind of jumps out at you right now.
Yeah. Which one resonates the most?
Which one feels like it might make the biggest difference if you just consciously focused on that one this coming week?
And maybe that leads to a bigger question for you to ponder.
Yeah.
How much do you feel like you're just sort of going through life versus actively shaping it?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because the beauty of these habits, as the video lays them out, is they offer a really tangible way to maybe reclaim some of that agency, that control.